third grade math lesson 21. So today, part of your math will be really easy for you because it's talking about 4 as a factor. We worked on 4s last week, so you have your 4s down. If we count by 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. So that is our 4s. So you have that down. You're going to be practicing multiplying again by a 2-digit factor, 29 times 3. So you guys have that. And then you have some more fun problems where you're going to be following the sign 4 times 3 plus 2 minus 6. Those are fun problems to do. And then you're going to follow the signs, subtracting decimals and dollar amounts. So those are fun. If you want to go ahead and get your math books out and open them to page 41, put your name and date at the top. I'll do a few of the subtracting dollar amounts with you, okay? You can pause the video while you do that. Okay, so go ahead and look at section 4. And on section 4, let's look at letter C. Listen, I'm going to letter C. Letter C. All right, so we have $10 minus, what are we going to subtract? Minus $7.25. We cannot say 0 minus 5. We're going to have to go all the way down here and borrow from our 1. Toss that 1 out and make it a 0. And then he's going to give it to his guy next door. That's 10, but now we're going to borrow 1 from him, make it 9. He's going to give it to his guy next door. That's 10, but we're going to borrow 1 from him now, make it 9. And then finally, our dude on the end is going to be 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. We'll bring our decimal point straight down. 9 minus 7 is 2. And then 0 minus 0 is just 0. Bring our dollar sign down. And our difference is $2.75. Okay, so you're going to add your dollars and cents together at the end of that. You'll finish that up on your own. And then I want to talk about measuring and drawing lines certain lengths. So this is our big ruler. So on our big ruler, every ruler has 12 inches on it. And 12 inches equals what? I think I told y'all how I like to think of my ruler. I like to think of it with toes on the ends of it. And it's a foot. So 1 ruler equals 12 inches or 1 foot. Okay, so 1 foot equals 12 inches. I think I just said that really weird. But 1 foot equals 12 inches. So on our ruler, if you notice, the longest lines on our ruler is where each inch is. So if we come to this line right here, it's 5 inches. If we come to this line right here, it's 10 inches. And also I want you to notice in between the long lines, there is a line that is a little bit shorter than our long lines. Do y'all see it? Here it is there, and then here it is right here. See, it's a little bit shorter than them. Here it is right here. Here it is right there. Here it is right here. Y'all see it all the way down? And you notice it's right in the middle of the 2 numbers. So if you have something, let's say we have a circle, and we divide our circle right in the middle. This is a half, and this is a half. I know you guys did that last year. Do you remember doing your fractions? If we take a rectangle and we divide it right in the middle, this is a half, and this is a half. So remember, this line that is just a little bit shorter than our inch lines is right in the middle of our 2 lines. So if I come to here, I would say 1 inch. If my line come out to here, to the line that's just a little bit shorter, I would say 1.5 inches. 2 inches. 2.5 inches. 3 inches. 3.5 inches. 4 inches. 4.5 inches. 5 inches. 5.5 inches. 6 inches. 6.5 inches. 7 inches. I'm going to the line right in the middle. 7.5 inches, 8 inches. 8.5 inches, 9 inches. 9.5 inches, 10 inches. 10.5 inches, 11 inches. 11.5 inches, 12 inches. So when we go to the line that's right in the middle of our two numbers, we say our number before it and then say half, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, okay? So now you're gonna need to get your rulers. Pause the video while you grab your ruler. Okay, so we have our rulers, so we are going to look at section number 5 on page 42. And now we're going to use our rulers. So when you are measuring, I want you to notice on this ruler, everybody's eyes up here, this is important on this part. On this ruler, you notice that this line does not come out to the end. It doesn't start over here at the end. So if I were using this ruler to measure, and this is the line I was going to measure, I would make sure that this line started right at the line I was measuring. Okay? I couldn't start it at the end of the ruler because then my measurement would be off. So you're going to start wherever the line is on your ruler with 0. Sometimes it's all the way at the end on some rulers. On other rulers it's not. So you're going to lay your ruler down to wherever your end is, and you're going to put it on the red dot at letter D, okay? And you're going to follow your line down after you get it laid down, and it should go out to 2.5. Do you see 2.5 on your ruler? Very good. That line is 2.5 inches long. So if you look to the side of your lines, you're going to see something that looks like this. And this line, or this line above the letters DJ, if you notice on your line, at the beginning of your line was the letter D, at the end of your line was the letter J. So that line's name is DJ, okay? So at the end, and the line above the letters means that that is a line. So line DJ equals 2.5 inches. So on your line there, you're just going to need to write 2.5 beside DJ. Then if you notice, your next line is CK. All right? So if you measure CK on your ruler should come out to 1.5 inches. So if you go over here and you find where you're going to write your answer at, line CK equals 1.5 inches. Okay? And then your last line is GL. Wow, that line's a lot longer, isn't it? Make sure when you're measuring that you're starting wherever your 0 is, either at the line or at the end of the ruler or at the very first line. Okay? And measure that line out. And that line should come all the way to 3.5 inches. Are you getting that on your ruler? 3.5 inches? Well, if you are, that is great. And that line is GL. So beside line GL, you're going to write 3.5 inches. All right, so that is how you're going to do that. Now, at section 6, this is kind of cool. You're going to use your ruler to draw your own lines. So what you're going to have to do, now they've given you a dot to begin at, okay? So you're going to lay the beginning of your ruler right on the dot. You're going to hold your ruler still with one hand, and with your other hand, you're going to take your pencil and draw down to 1 inch, 2 inch, 2.5 inches, and then stop, okay? So be real careful on your measuring there. In section number 2, you're going to draw lines to match up some of our geometrical shapes there. And then in geometrical. And then in section 8, you are going to fill in the measurements, okay? So you guys go ahead and do a great job. Enjoy your math sheet. This is kind of like big kid stuff, but it's really fun.